Hey Naf, what's up? Just want to give you a quick update from CryptoWiz. I spoke to you a bit earlier today about it. I want to I actually want to discuss it with you, but today, tomorrow, I'm going to be really busy, so that's why I say I'll just send you a video instead. Um, so this is what is happening. Jared and I started a company last year, and earlier this year, I actually discussed with him that the pace that we're moving at is not fast enough, and he told me that some people left his company where he was working. Two people left, and he's doing their work and his. So it's really difficult for him to commit besides his work. Um, he was really trying, but we decided, you know, we need speed, so we cannot compromise on that. So what we did is we changed his equity stake. Instead of 20%, he's going to get 10. And then he's going to stay on as an advisor, but he don't have to be stressing working these crazy hours besides his full-time job now. And he still have a decent share in the company. That's Sherry, my developer. Um, so we agreed on that. But what that meant was that I became the interim CTO now. So I'm dealing with three backend developers, two front-end developers, and I'm actually managing the work, who does what, etc., etc. And it's going good, but it just takes, some time. But it's going really, really fast, like much, much faster. I cut down the work in small little bites, give everyone their own package. They could work parallel with each other. Then one person puts stuff together, like, um, you know, when I need to understand something technical, I would consult Jared still, and uh, and then I could just continue to keep the ball rolling. So that was a good change. He gave up some shares, but now he's not stressful, and now I have a bit more shares, so I could actually redistribute that any way that I want, uh, whether it's to get investment or to get partners or something. So that was like a trigger earlier this year. What it meant for me specifically is that a lot of things that I was planning to do, analytics, data quality, data assurance, making sure that the retention rates are growing on the app, making sure that the conversion rates are on a certain level, make sure that the app is always continually improving. I was planning to do all of that stuff. That's all the data and analytics stuff. Now that I'm in this CTO role, interim role, I know that it's impossible for me to do a decent launch before the summer and have all those analytics bases covered as well. So me and Mike met up this week. Mike is the colleague from ABN. He worked in my team from since he came to ABN, and he's really like it, it's a young guy, but he's better than me at what I do in terms of data manipulation and that type of stuff. Like he's really like a power user. So I met up with him this week. He knew about the app already, liked the project already. Always told me to keep him in the loop. After he left ABN last year, he went on a world trip, just came back. So the timing was good. We sat down, and he loved the scope of the responsibilities that he would have. We discussed compensation, some equity, and he do a minority stake buy-in also. He called me up after he went back to Amsterdam, said let's meet up on Sunday again. And if this turns out well, what it means is that we'll have to go to the notary, pay some money, and then redistribute the shares, and then include him as a shareholder. Since we're doing that, I figured, hey, I'm not planning to do this again until we have to go for venture capital. So if you want to invest, have a minority stake in CryptoWiz, now is a good time. We'll do it for the same valuation that we had last year, August when the first investor bought a 4% stake. But this happens if Mike, decides to do it, because then it makes sense, for two people to work kind of even splitting costs, because to go to the notary, we have to pay money anyway. So now we could include something extra, if you're able and willing to invest to own a stake. So that's how this came up. Jared came out of the picture. My role got split a bit too much for me. Discuss with Mike. Mike is all in, but we still need to confirm it. And if he goes all in, then he'll buy a minority stake also, besides what he'll be getting. And you could also do the same. So if you're interested, then I said I'll at least do two things. One, show you where we are with development, and two, but that's probably better to do on the phone sometime. Give you an update of the plans that we have for the next 6 to 12 months, because we have some really concrete plans mapped out. Every 2 weeks, I give my shareholders an update, an official update, either via conference call or via email, and it would be good for you to at least know before you decide on anything, where the project is now. However, I have my phone in my hand because I said I could also give you a quick little rundown of where the app is in terms of development. The most difficult thing is dealt with. And that is having an agile team that can work at a certain pace. This morning, let me say it differently. The first half year, it took me to build one tool, the simulator, web, so HTML, and then switching to Ionic, and then like all these new things you have to deal with. API from CoinMarketCap, and API from them change on December. It's like all those changes took a lot of time, and then it took us instead of 6 months to build just one tool, it took us then 3 months to build 4 tools in Ionic. So that went quicker. And then we redesigned the entire structure, the entire framework, made everything lean to the point that this morning, literally, I thought of a new tool, 2 new tools, and tomorrow they'll be developed already. Like that's how quick, that's how good the framework, the structure is now. So that was the biggest challenge, designing that framework and having the people split so they could work parallel with each other and then put things together. We're taking to another level, however, from this month, because from April, I signed a contract with a Team Coda, so that's a Dutch-based team, and then things gonna get even more optimal, but that has more to do with testing. So when new code get deployed, it goes through a rigid test, like an automated test, to see that the new code doesn't have any bad side effects, make sure everything is working. So that will even cut down our speed to go live with new code now. So we're already doing good, but Team Coda is going to put it on an even faster level. So that is the biggest challenge that we had and that we have managed now good, because I'm all about speed. I want things to go really, 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 really quick, really, really efficient as well. Okay. So don't focus too much on like the content of what I'll be showing you now for the app. Is like the structure of the team. That's like even more important. But there's some nice things to see. Like this is, for example, one of the tools. So it's just a simple a price checker. Just came off the phone with the developer a while ago. So tomorrow he's gonna have this one done. And yeah, you'll be able to search for all the coins and see their prices. So that's market prices. We even have some tools here that I have hidden, so I'm not even showing those as yet. We have rank calculator, we have high comparison, low comparison. Only market price is not unique. All the other tools and all the other reports, you'll only find them at CryptoWiz right now. For example, high comparison. This is a really, really simple tool. I could just add coins. Let me add Cardano. Let me add Bitcoin. Let me add EOS. Let me add Monero. So I add a bunch of coins. I could favorite them. So add them to my favorites so that when I come back, they're still available. Told you, boy, my boy's working around the clock. That's the developers talking there on WhatsApp. So this is a simple tool. I just select a period of time, and it just tells me, hey, this is the highest and the lowest price. So the data isn't good as yet, but the functionality is there. We just have to have the data good. So I will just select a period. It could be a year, it could be, whatever. And then it will just tell me in that period of time, this was the highest price that a coin had, and this is the current price, and what the different in percentages. Okay. Really simple, but really, really handy, because if these are my favorite coins, I could actually watch this list and actually know which coin has the biggest bounce back potential. Let's say I think that the coins are going to be back on the price that they were 1 year ago, or maybe 1 quarter ago, then I could simply just compare it here in one view. This is really, really simple stuff, right? But literally, there's not an app that does this. So this do it for the highest and the current price, but you could also have the lowest and the current price. So what you'll do, you'll find coins that are closest to their bottom, which could be a very good, point to step in. So let's say the current price of Bitcoin is 3,000, and the lowest price that it had in the last year was also 3,000. Then you could choose to step in because it's like at its lowest right now when you compare it to last year. But you could do that for the last quarter, for last week, for any, different time period. So this is telling me now, but once again, don't focus on the data because we have to get the data good in the database. This basically is telling me that right now, the current price of Bitcoin is 5,200, and the lowest it was in the last 3 months was 3,900. And let's say I would have another coin and they would be like 50% right now. That could give me some direction of which coin to buy now or not. Really simple tool, really handy to have. Rank calculator, I think you know how that one works already. I choose a coin, I say, hey, I think it's going to go 5x. Basically what it tells me is if it goes 5x, the rank will increase by only 2 steps. So it will go from rank number 6 to rank number 4. Very basic stuff. So this isn't no rocket science. If I had these tools and like a couple other tools like the Bitcoin tool, I would just have this for free and maybe put some ads in the app, but that's relatively simple. That's not what CryptoWiz is about. CryptoWiz is about this shit right here, the reports. This is what we're doing it for. Okay, this is just nice to have. extra on the side. But this is where the money is. This is what people are paying for. So these are monthly reports. We have 7. This morning I added 2 more. So then we'll have 9. And I'll just walk you through just so that you could see, how this stuff works. Every tool and every report has this button at the top where the name is. When you click on it, that explains you what this specific tool does. Click on it here. It explains you what it does. And same thing by these reports, explains you what it does. We also have like a tutorial for the entire app. So when you sign up the first time, you'll get this, and you could come back and you could watch it again. Just explains you, what the app does in a nutshell. Okay. So I'm not going to go through all of that stuff right now. I just wanted to show you, where we are right now in terms of development. These reports were built last week. And this week we wrote the code to get the right data in the report. And this weekend, our developer is going to start to implement them so that the reports will show correct data. Okay. So let's just walk through market cap from top to bottom. So the button on top explains what the report does. Then you could choose a period. So this is the report from March because we're in April now, but you could click back to see other months. All this data is dummy data, but let me show you how powerful this stuff is. What I did with this report, this market cap report, is I decided to split the entire market between Bitcoin and altcoins and just see which of the two are growing fastest in terms of market cap. That could be good for a lot of different reasons. If there's an altcoin trend, you need to know that there's an altcoin trend. If it's a Bitcoin trend that we're in, and Bitcoin is going fast and altcoin, it's good to know that, to have that in the back of your head. But to make this report a little bit better, I even split the altcoins in 2 groups. Rank 2 to 10, which is roughly around half of the market cap of the altcoins, and rank 11 to the rest. Okay? So what this report will give you on row 1, it will tell you the market cap of the coin that has rank 1. So that's Bitcoin. So let's say it's 100 billion. It'll tell you how much it changed from last month. And it'll tell you what percentage rank 1 coin have from the total market cap right now. Okay. By rank 2, so the second row, it'll just add up all the coins with rank 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will show you the market cap. And it'll tell you how fast that one improved compared to the previous month. And then it'll also give you the percentage from the total market cap. All right. So basically what you're getting with this report is nothing else than an overview on a macro level of how the market cap is increasing over those 3 segments. Okay. Now, what makes this report so cool is that we have a summary with multiple pages, right? In the summary, so you have to think about it like this. You're busy, I'm busy, we don't have time to, look at data, read tables and all that bullshit. This summary is designed to give a user an update on that report in 1 minute. So this summary number 1 is going to be 1 or 2 sentences. Usually it's going to be 1 sentence. This is going to be 1 sentence. This is going to be 1 or 2 sentences. So you'll read these 3 sentences in 1 minute and you'll know exactly what's up with market cap. So just to give you an example of what a summary could sound like, based on the percentage in column 3, so you're seeing 2.8, 2.8, 2.8, but it might be plus 15%, minus 5%, and plus 1%, right? Summary one is just going to tell you which of those three groups grew the fastest last month. Simple. So you don't even have to watch the numbers. You just come here and you'll see coins with rank number 2 to 10 has increased by 15% compared to last month. This is the highest growth in this category. Full stop. Boom. So you'll read that sentence, and you'll know that rank 2 to 10 outperformed the other groups, and you could glance up and you could see the percentage to know by how much. Okay. Now, when you swipe here, we're going to give you historic context, because here you'll get something like, for example, rank 2 to 10 has achieved this number one position the first time in the last 12 months. So basically what it's telling you is that this is the first time in the last year that rank 2 to 10 actually grew the fastest. But it could also be that it's going to tell you this is the 10th time in the last 12 months that this group of cryptocurrency has outperformed the others in terms of market cap. So now that means something total different. You know that that's kind of like a trend, that these coins with these rank 2 to 10 is performing better than Bitcoin and better than the others, and that it's doing it not just once, but actually consistently. Okay? And then this automated message will give you some extra context or some heads up or some tips or some good to know, some extra insight on these three pieces of information, on these three rows of data. Okay. Also, when you click on these rows, you'll get some extra information. So when you click on the first row that says rank 1, when you click on it, the box below it will open and you'll get one sentence explaining some of the numbers so that you get that extra context if you need that. For example, by rank 2 to 10, when you click on it, you'll see which coins those rank 2 to 10 is. Okay. So this is the market cap report. This is a simple report, simple to generate. It would take you some time if you have to do this yourself. But now you could just come and in a minute, you could just swipe through. Boom, boom, boom. In less than a minute, you'll know what's up for this one topic. Okay. Volume is the same thing, just instead of markup, we look at volume. So we're focusing more on liquidity. We're seeing which of the three is being traded the most. Then we have Bitcoin versus altcoin, which is a combination of the previous two. Here I split them in two groups, but I put a market cap and volume next to each other. Once again, the powerful thing about the reports is that the summary gives you the key highlights and also the historic context. Okay, so really, is it a trend or not? And this last one gives you the takeaways. So this is like why that's important. Like this is how you could use that data to your advantage. Okay, all this stuff is going to be automatically produced with scripts. Platform report. So these are all these are the coins that are being used to make tokens with, and you'll see how those platforms are comparing to each other. I have an Ethereum report. So Ethereum is a platform. It has a market cap. It has a certain growth compared to last month, 2.8 billion. But there are also a couple hundred tokens that are using Ethereum. And I'm curious to know, do the tokens perform better in terms of market cap or volume than Ethereum itself, or the other way around? Once again, in less than a minute, I'll know what it is for this month, but I'll also know what the trend is. And I'll also have some takeaway. How can I use this information to my advantage? Then we have some categories. So this is like an index for privacy coins. The 10 biggest privacy coins by market cap are labeled in our database. When you click on this first row, boom, you'll see which coins they are. Pivx, Monero, etc., etc. Okay, you'll be able to see how those privacy coins are performing compared to Bitcoin and other altcoins in terms of market cap, not just for this month, But once again, he'll get a historical context to know if privacy coins, the top 10, are consistently outperforming or underperforming Bitcoin or other altcoins. We could do that for currency coins as well. So think about Litecoin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Dash, that type of stuff. Okay? So this is very, very nice to have stuff. Here's what make CryptoWiz interesting though. All these reports were like thought up in like 2 days. Hey, let's make a report about this. Let's make a report about that. So these aren't even like the whoa reports. This is just infrastructure. This is just it works. Jordi made the template in a certain way. So if you want to make a new report today, it takes us 10 minutes to deploy it here in the front end, and it takes us maybe like an hour to write the script and another hour to implement it so that the numbers work. So we just have to now remember, I haven't had a chance to be doing any research or any market analysis for the last year. Once I start to do that stuff again, all I'll be thinking is, hey, what are the reports that would make the best sense to put here? How do I display it? And how do I write that summary so that in one sentence or two sentences, the user could walk away with really, really valuable insights. So we ain't even there yet. This is just framework. This is just infrastructure. That's why I'm so excited about this. Okay. Now, what you don't know is that all of this report stuff, that's just one type of report. This is financial. This is financial data report. I'm focusing on market cap and focusing on volume. We're also going to have a category of reports in here that are non-financial. For example, looking at the technical aspects. So now I'm looking at transactions on the blockchain. I'm looking about addresses used, not being used. I'm looking at a lot of other metrics that will help me understand, hey, which groups of crypto has a lot of high potential in them. Okay. And then there's a third category of reports, and then that's like social trends, where I'm going to pull in an API again, crush it down, and I'm going to have these other factors that could help people decide, where they think the market could be going and what's a good investment to have. So this thing that you're holding in your hand with some crappy, simple tools, first of all, these aren't even actually the fifth tool was coming is going to be like the number one tool, because you probably remember I had this very, very complex tool called the Simulator. It did a lot of complex stuff, and it's not here now. I hid it, and I'm going to reintroduce it in a simple but more powerful format. So CryptoWiz is going to give you some really cool tools. This is the report that we're going to launch with, but not all of these. When we wrap up the app ending of this month, so ending of April, we're going to do a launch with 4 tools and 4 reports. And then our users is going to know that CryptoWiz will be releasing a new report every month. So you know that they're coming back, right? So by that time, we'll have like 10. So we'll have enough, and we'll launch with 4. So we'll have enough reports already just in our back drawer for the next half a year. By the time the half year is done, we're going to come up with a new category of reports. So our users is going to be constantly coming back to see what's new, to see what's up, and to get all that added value. Okay. What else we're working on? You'll be able to chat around this data table. So I actually want to have it possible so that if we're both live on the app, we both read that message, it's possible for us to actually have a conversation in the thread. At least paid users could do that, to discuss these numbers and the context for it. So we have a lot of cool social stuff that we have planned to come. But this is what we have now, bro. Tools, the framework is there. Report, the framework is there to put out 20 if I want in a week. We're going to connect it this month. We're going to remove all the bugs this month. We're going to get the good data in the database this month. and then we're going to start to roll out. That's you here calling me now on WhatsApp. What else do I have to tell you? Yeah, I'll update you more on the rollout plans. But in a nutshell, it's very simple. I call you up, right? Because I have a list of companies that want to collaborate with CryptoWiz. So what I'll tell them is, look, your customers pay you $40 a month to have your app. So if you purchase a license from me, so the app, let's say, would cost $12 a year. If you purchase a license from me, you'll be able to buy the app for $6 a year. So like you'll get it for half price, right? And then what you do, you offer it for free to your customers. So you'll tell your customers, hey, my product that was $40 per year, we partner with CryptoWiz and you get their app for free. Now they're super excited. It's like when you get cable TV and they throw in like something else. It's like a package deal. It makes it more attractive for their customers. So these companies actually want that. They want to throw in CryptoWiz for free. So some I'll make a deal for a price. But what's the worst case? The worst case is that I'll tell them, look, you could have CryptoWiz for free. You have a base of 10,000 users right now. Those 10,000 users will get CryptoWiz for free for the next 2 years. Just sign them up now. So that's how I'm going to get my first 1,000 beta users on the app in no time. Literally, I'm going to just give it away for free. And they're going to want it because they're like, hey, when this guy starts to charge $29.95 for a year for this app, my users will not have it for free because that's the deal, that's a contract we sign. And it might be for 1 year or for 2 years. It might be for a lifetime, but that's just negotiation. So that's one way that I'm going to get mass amounts before July on the app. There are some other ways, but I'll brainstorm that with you later. So you have an idea of our go-to-market strategy for June, July. What's the development plan? So end of April, we have a basic app done. Then we have May and June to optimize, to start to onboard the first 1,000 users. And then in July, we do the relaunch. And that's when we go out and we talk to the investor. We say, hey, we have 1,000 users on the app. These are the metrics. This is what we want to improve. This is our projection for growth. This is our strategy for XYZ. So we have user data. We have an app that works and is tested. And basically we do a round of financing just for marketing purposes. All right. I'll share some more with you when we talk, because like we haven't talked about this for like almost 1 year now, and like there's a lot of like cool stuff that we worked on that we tested already, that we negotiated with some other people already, that is just waiting to roll now. But I could update you about some of those things later on. Okay. So that's it. You know how the team is set up. It's pretty quick, agile. We're going to wrap this app up this month. We're going to be working with Team Quora, and then we have 2 months to optimize, do some testing, split testing, get the 1,000 users on the app for free, so that by time June hits, ending of June, like we shake it up. It's on a total different level. The design is going to be totally different. The core is going to be the same. All the dashboards to measure everything is going to be there. When we notice someone comes and they don't click on this pops up. All of that stuff is going to be there. That's what we're going to be working on May and June, and testing it on those first 1,000 users. So July, we're about to take over the world. And if the market is trending the way it's trending now, dude, the time is going to be perfect, yeah, super excited. That's it. Glad that you got to at least see some of what we're working on. Jordy did his stuff too, by the way. So this is our first mock-up. Usually the first mock-up doesn't last very, very long. So this design is going to be something different like in a couple of weeks from now. Maybe the summary will be on top, the font size will be different, the letter. This is just having the data on this is just having it work. And once we want to tweak it, we just have to tweak this shit one place and everything tweaks and follows it. Boom. Is that designed that good in the back end, in the structure. So yeah, man. Let me know what you think. Probably this weekend we could do a call after I speak with Mike. I'll let you know what's up on Sunday, and then we know how we could move forward. Take it easy. We'll speak soon, man. Ciao.